And so anyone who has not had a chance to join us right now will be able to listen to this recording later. For anybody who wants to ask a question at any time, please feel free to stop, unmute yourself. If you prefer, you can also use the chat functionality. And for those of you who have not had a chance to meet Nikki LaRose, Nikki LaRose is our new special events and development person on the development team here at Junior Achievement. She's here on the call today as well. And so we'll go ahead and get started and jump right into this. I'm not sure how many people have had a chance to utilize the QGive fundraising tools in the past as part of the Bowl-a-thon fundraisers, but we have the QGive fundraising tools here again this year as part of Virtual Trivia Challenge. And with what we're looking to do with the Virtual Trivia Challenges, this has been a really unique time for everybody. We've been stuck at home, not able to see friends and family necessarily, a little bit more challenging to do that these days. And the Virtual Trivia Challenge was really created as a way to bring that back together, to distance physically but not socially, and really give everyone an opportunity to have friends and family come together and play trivia. We can help everyone set up video conference rooms, whether those are simple applications like Facebook Messenger or FaceTime on an Apple product. We can even help with Zoom calls, but the Virtual Trivia Challenge is a very simplified process for playing the game. We'll get into that later today. And those fun celebration opportunities are a way to get together just like we would when we were bowling and celebrate the fundraising success that everyone will have an opportunity to have as part of the fundraising portion. And for everybody who's interested in helping with the fundraising piece, just like the Bowl-a-thon does every year, the fundraising during the Virtual Trivia Challenge, it is what helps Junior Achievement continue to provide impactful programming to K through 12 students all over North Central Ohio. All of our programming is funded through fundraisers, just like the Bowl-a-thon, the Virtual Trivia Challenge, through corporate gifts, through foundation gifts. We don't really have state funding. We don't really have federal funding. All of the support from people like you helping with events like this really goes a long way in helping us to fund all of our entrepreneurship programming, helping students understand how to build a budget, what savings is, and ultimately helping these young people find out what career opportunities exist and helping them strive to achieve their passion. That's what JA is, that's what JA does, and that's what the Virtual Trivia Challenge is here to help support and to provide a fun opportunity for families and friends to get together. For the fundraising portion, you can see on my screen right now through the screen share that I have the QGive Virtual Trivia Challenge website open right now. For anybody who's watching this later, and for everyone here on the call today, you're able to navigate to this website by going to this URL here. It's secure.qgive.com/event/virtual trivia challenge. I know that's kind of long. The easy way to do it maybe would be to visit the JA website, and you could just simply search Junior Achievement of North Central Ohio. And on our events page, you will find that link as well. I know Eric has also had an opportunity to share that link with you. And if anyone ever has any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Happy to share that link with you as well. So there's a lot of different places you have access to that. The Virtual Trivia Challenge fundraising website is a place where you are able to register for the Virtual Trivia Challenge game nights, as well as set up your own personal fundraising page. And it's very simple, and I'll walk you through that process today for anybody who is unfamiliar with it. When you come to the home page of the website, you can, as you're navigating, as always, there's a home button that allows you to come back here. But you can register by clicking on any of these buttons, either two. There's also a registration button down here, a lot of places to make it really simple. You can click register on any of those locations, same place. When clicking register, it's very simple. There's one option to register where you can create or join a team. When you click on this, it allows you to type in your email. So I'll just type in Josh at no email. I've created a couple, so I'll just type in random stuff so that it doesn't think I've already logged in before. And you type in your email, whatever it may be. And once you hit continue, I typed in too many ats. Once you hit continue, it will find out whether or not you have created an account before. Since I typed in a bunch of random characters, obviously I'm new, I haven't created an account before. For anybody who has participated in the past, you will actually be able to log in using your QGIve information from last year. And if you don't remember that, when you go to type in your email, it will remind you that you have an account. And if you can't remember your password, there's a forgot password button right there. And if there's any issues, again, please reach out to the JA staff. My name is Josh Lehman, and my email is joshua.lehman@ja.org, and happy to help with a password reset if you can't or are having issues with the password reset link. So you simply hit create an account, and that will load. You'll have options to log in with Facebook or with Google. You can type in your name and create an account just like this. And we'll see if I type in the correct password twice. I'm not great at typing and talking at the same time. But once you create your account, you now, let's see if that does that there. They're lagging a little bit here today. Once you create your account, that will take you to the next step in the process where you'll be able to select which organization you're participating on behalf of. This is an event that is not specific to a company. There are companies that have committed to participating in the fundraising portion of the virtual trivia challenge, but anybody who wants to play can get involved. And you can also, anyone who wants to fundraise and help support Junior Achievements Mission can do that as well. And that's why there's a no company affiliation option. But for this purpose, everybody here today from MTD Products will be able to select the company that they're participating on behalf of. The team captain can create a team. If you are going to join a team, you can join as a team member. Really, the only difference between the two is that when you're a team captain, you have to select the team name. When you're a team individual joining a team, you're just simply choosing that option. So I'll just go ahead and create a team really quick, and I'll call it MTD. And automatically your team goal is set to $500. You can change this if you would like here or later as the team captain. Once you're done, you hit continue, and that will load all of these options here. So I'll type in an address just real quick. It won't necessarily be correct, but you can type in your address below. You can set your fundraising goal. And part of the trivia challenge is we are asking that everyone who participates make a donation of $15, a suggested donation to help support junior achievement programming. And this here is where you're able to type in the amount that you would like to donate. Part of this is because we're doing this during the bowl-a-thon timeframe and replacing the bowl-a-thon, we actually have a contest going on where we're giving away some grand prizes to people who donate to Junior Achievement this year. And there's an opportunity to win some hotel stay certificates. So for every $50 that you personally donate, you'll be entered into a contest to win one of two different certificates that we'll be drawing on July 2nd, I believe it, if it's the Monday, first Monday in July that we'll be doing that drawing. So you could type in, an optional donation here. Once you do that, at the end, it will ask you to put in a credit card. I won't do that since this is a fake account now, but that will be very easy later. You can type in what company you are, a part of, and this will actually tell you whether or not your gift is eligible to be matched. And then from there, there is the one additional question of which trivia night would you like to register for? And this is where if you would like to register for a specific trivia night, such as the Disney and Pixar Marvel night or binge-worthy shows like The Office, Friends, and things of that, and movies such as Star Wars, you can do that. But you can also click, I'd like to register for all three. Once you're done with that, you simply hit continue. Really, you can go through that pretty quickly if you're doing it on your own, and that's it. That's all you have to do. Now, if you did select to make a donation at that point in time, this will then take you to a place where you can enter your card information to make the donation. But when you're done, you can hit complete registration. What I'll do before completing registration is I'll show you, if you would like, you can actually add an additional registrant. So if you know someone's going to join your team with you and you've talked to some people in the office or reached out to some people on a video call or talked to some friends and family, this is a really easy way to already add them so they don't have to go through that same process. You can just simply click add additional registrant. You click on join the team and then hit join. And this is where you can type in their email address. So I'll type in Nikki, said she's on the call today. I'll type in a fake email because we'll register her later, and she can type in her name. And if you know the address of the individual, you can add that information in. This just helps make sure that we know who is who for winning contests related to this. And then you can also just simply, select this radial button here to make the address of the person you're registering, the same as yourself. If you want to set their goal, you can set their goal at defaults. This is, again, the same. This is a donation piece. You don't have to put anything in here because they'll be able to do that later. Really, you don't need to answer any of these when you're adding additional registrants. What you will need to do, though, is if you know that, say I'm registering for all three as a team captain, I'm going to invite my team to come to all three events, or if I'm going to register to Disney, then you can select which one you would like them to be a part of as well. So since we selected all three, I'll select all three. You hit add additional registrant, and that's it. You're done. Now that other person included as well. And you can see that by using the radial button, it's very easy and very quick to add somebody in 10 to 30 seconds, very quick. So you can add your whole team right there, or you can ask them to do it on their own. When you do this and you hit complete registration, that person will receive an email as well, helping them to set their password, and then they have access to the fundraising website that is for the virtual trivia challenge. So now that we're done, we have registered, we're ready to go. We can host a fundraiser. I can do it right now. So I can go to my fundraising tools, and right now I'm just hovering over the button. I didn't click on it, and I can see all these options. I can click on my fundraising dashboard here, or I can just simply click on the My Fundraising Tools button, and it'll go straight to my fundraising dashboard. If you ever log out of this website and you come back to the home page and log in, when you log in, you'll be sent straight to your fundraising dashboard. This is the awesome online fundraising tool that makes it extremely easy to help support junior achievement programming by fundraising during the virtual trivia challenge. It can take literally less than 5 minutes to sign on, register, and send out a fundraising email. The last time I did a training for the Bowl-a-thon, I did this. I sent out an email and I raised $200 in a roughly 15-minute training where I told some people how to use this website, put in my own email, and went from there. So I'll show you, here's the tools right on the front page of the dashboard where I want to send a fundraising email to people that I know and ask them to participate in the virtual trivia challenge or just make a donation to JA. So I can click on send fundraising email. It will load the email section of the website where I'm able to type in an email title. This is really just something for you as the person fundraising. A lot of times I like to recommend sending 3 emails over the course of, say, 3 weeks. And so I might say, first email as my title. That helps me know that this email was my first email. If I want to, I can type up my own email, or I can choose a template that was already made by Junior Achievement, and I can click on this. I would like to ask others to donate email. You can see that there's also an email template that you can send to people that you would like to join your team and help fundraise. And you can also send thank you to donors as well once they make a donation. But we'll go through the donation email here. It's really simple. The subject line is already populated. Everything's done. You don't even have to do anything. You could send this as is. But if you would like, you can also edit this email if you would like. You can see in the email that there are tags associated with the email. These tags will populate with the event name. So this will say Virtual Trivia Challenge. Once you set your fundraising goal, this will populate your personal fundraising goal in there. So it makes it very easy. You don't have to change those. You can see the person who, your first name, your last name will populate at the bottom. It makes it very simple to just simply click the template and input some emails, hit send, and you're done. You can either type in email addresses and you can use a comma to separate the email addresses. Or if you would like, you can actually import additional email addresses using the import tool. It's very simple. You can see in here there's a lot of different options. If you have a Gmail account, Google Contacts, they've just changed to Google Contacts, so it looks a little different than in the past for anybody who has used this in the past. It used to say Gmail, now it says Google Contacts. So you can see I can click on this. It brings up a permission piece, and I already accepted permission, so we'll see if it brings it up again or if it just goes right to my email account here. But once this pops up, it's very easy for you to be able to simply click on which email you would like to import and have this sent to. My computer's a little slow when I'm running my video plus running this in the background, but when you're doing this on your own at home, this is a very quick process where you can simply click on your email address and then select some options here. And the thing that's really nice about this is even if you have a random email domain that it may not be on the uploader, there's a CSV option. So you can always export any contacts you have into a CSV file and upload those here. So you can see all of the different people. I can select all of my contacts. I can select which specific ones, I might want to send it to. And once I hit get contacts, those contacts populate right into here. And then I can scroll down. I can either choose to send that email immediately. Maybe what I want to do is I know I want to send those 3 emails. I might schedule one day I might create a new one called a second email. I might change some of this, or I might leave it the same. And I can say I want to send it on a specific date. And I can say maybe next week, I'm going to choose that email to go out on the 9th, next week. And I can hit save and preview. Once I hit save and preview, to show me what the emails is going to look like. Only different, disconnected right now. There we go. So that came back, a little bit of spotty internet there. But as I was saying, you can see that the tags associated with the email, they don't change when you preview them. They only change once you send the email. And then you simply hit schedule email, or if you were sending it immediately, it would say send email. If you decide, you know what, I want to make changes, you click make changes. That's it, you're done, and it's sent. So I can go back to my dashboard here. There are other options to be able to share your personal fundraising link. So when you send an email, at the bottom of the email, there's going to be a personal donation link that anyone who clicks on it, when they make a donation, it'll go straight to your fundraising campaign. And if you're on a team, for example, your personal fundraising campaign will get totaled to your team's fundraising campaign, and your team's fundraising campaign will get totaled to all of MTD products, or if you're with another organization, to that organization's total as well. You can also share using Facebook or social media. This is a really quick and easy thing to do as well. You just simply click share my personal link. You can type in whatever you want to type in, hit post. You can share on Twitter. I've already linked my Twitter account. There's an option once you come in here, and maybe it didn't say from earlier, but you can connect your Twitter account. And we'll see how fast this goes here. But once you do that with Twitter, what's really nice about this, Twitter allows you to actually schedule tweets. So through the QGive website, you're able to schedule tweets, and there are templates pre-made that make it really simple. Perfect. Okay, I didn't have to re-log in. So here you can see I can choose from a template of tweets. There's 3 different templates here you can choose from, and you can post manually. So basically you hit save tweet, and once you've saved this tweet and it's ready to post, you'll see at the top here that I can hit the tweet button. So I can schedule, I can basically create the tweets and say post manually, and I can tweet that automatically whenever I want. Now, when you hit schedule tweet, you actually have to come up to the top here and hit tweet if you're going to do it manually. If you're going to send it on a specific date, the website will send it for you. So you can schedule these, say I'm going to send it on a specific date, and you do not have to hit tweet. It will go automatically for you on the date and time that you choose. So the thing that makes this really simple and makes the fundraising online really easy is the ability to share your personal donation link, which you could see on the dashboard view is a link right here to my page. There's also a link to your team's page as a team captain, so I can direct people to my team's page rather than to my personal page. Earlier, I was showing you that if you highlight and just drag your mouse over top of the My Fundraising Tools button, but don't actually click on it, there are these options as well, where you can copy your personal donation URL by simply clicking on it and hit Control-C. I like to send this link out in text messages or sometimes in Facebook Messenger apps. It's something that I just, it's easier for me to connect with some of my friends and family that way when I'm hosting my fundraisers. And that's a really easy way to take your personal donation link and send it to your friends and family directly. So that's the dashboard page where you have the option to share your event. When you click on the share the event tab, it's the same thing that we saw earlier, the sending on email, sharing on Facebook, or sharing on Twitter. It's really great to be able to share that personal fundraising link. We find that the people who use the online fundraising tools will actually raise more than double those that do not and just fundraise using cash or check. So now that we're in this virtual time where everybody is connecting digitally, this is a great opportunity to make a huge impact for JA. In fact, the average person raises about $216 when fundraising using this website, and people who do not use this website raise about an average of $104. So it makes a big difference and can really help impact a lot of students that we are able to serve here in North Central Ohio. As people make donations, the website will automatically notify you via email When I get those, I like to send text messages or personally call someone. As you saw earlier on the email settings, there was the template to be able to thank donors. You can do that there very easily, or you can just text or call to say thank you. As donations come in, you can click on the My Donations button and you can see donations that are coming in. You can see how many of them you've raised online. If you have a friend or family member that says, you know what, I'd like to give you a $100 check. Can I just mail that to you? You can already add that check in and keep track of that using the system. So I could say I'm expecting a $100 check. I could type in the name of the person and I can hit save. So maybe, you know, my dad is going to make a $100 donation via a check to me. I hit save donation, and you can see on my fundraising page it's unloading that I have a $100 donation here. Now, the offline donations, until they're received and verified, don't total to the fundraising goal, but you can see you have $100 here in offline donations. That helps you keep track of any donations for people that say they're going to give you a donation later on via cash or check if they're not going to donate online. The resources tab is really great. This is where JA can upload different resources, making it very easy for you to download some PDFs on how to play the virtual trivia game. If any of your friends or family want this information, it's easy to share. There's also an FAQ page on how to fundraise. So these live right in here. I won't click download just because my internet's not great right now. You'll be able to play with these later and see and read those documents. The My Registration page is where you're able to update your personal information if you would like. Later on, you can actually go in here and manage registrations. And this is where you can go in and you can see that I added Nikki, which I spelled her name incorrectly. I apologize, Nikki. But you can go in here, and if you did not add somebody as a registrant when you were signing up as a team captain, this is where you're able to add additional people later on. You do not have to do this as a team captain. You can simply ask anyone who is going to participate on your team to register themselves and sign in here. And then that's it. That's really the entire process. So with the fundraising portion, the most important part is the dashboard and the opportunity to use the My Fundraising email or Facebook. I will go ahead and log out of mine here, and I will go back to the home page and show you that when you are registering, it's very simple to be able to register and join a team. So I'll click register again. And I'm going to go to create or join a team, type in some random email, hit continue, create account. And once you do this, this is where anybody who wants to join your team is very able to do it on their own. They can come in, they select, you know, I'm participating on behalf of MTD Products. Now I want to join a team. And here's where they're able to then search and see, well, we have the Junior Achievement Staff team, and we have the MTD Products team that we just created in the last example. And I hit Join Team, hit Continue, and I go through the same process. So I won't go through that all over again, but that's how you use the fundraising portion of the website. And if anyone has any questions, I encourage you to type those down in the chat. Or please feel free to unmute yourselves. It's a very simple, very easy to use, and you can see we've spent about 15-20 minutes here going through the entire process in detail, with a little bit of a challenge with our computer being a little bit laggy here today. But this website makes it very simple to fundraise. So I just want to say thank you very much to everybody who's helping support JA through this time. People who want to participate in the Virtual Trivia Challenge do not have to fundraise if they want to participate. They can simply register, and they can sign up through this website by clicking the register button. And then later on, we'll also send some information to Eric that he'll be able to forward along to you, that if friends and family would like to sign up, there is a separate website purely for registration that allows them to not have to go through the whole process that we did here. It's a little bit simpler, so that anybody who wants to sign up just to play the game does not have to go through the process of signing up to play the game, as well as having access to the online fundraising tools. So with no questions I see in the chat, I'm going to jump to really quick the last little section here. There is this is the actual trivia portion of the game. So for the Virtual Trivia Challenge, we wanted to make it as simple as humanly possible, to make it very easy for anybody to come on and play. The trivia portion, you only need to visit the website. And I'm going to encourage everybody right now, if you would like to come on and join me for a quick example of trivia, if you're on here today, you can go to using your smartphone, your computer, a tablet, anything. If you want to open a website and navigate to this URL here, the crowd.live/9WLAY, you can actually join us here today and we can play a quick trivia game, show you how it's going to work. The virtual trivia challenge is very easy to join, like I said, because you only need to go to this website and everything for the trivia challenge will take place on that website. You'll be able to see the questions, answer the questions, see live updates of leaderboards, team leaderboards. And part of this trivia challenge is that you're able to play as a team. As I said earlier, we recognize that everybody is remote right now and not able to be together. This is an opportunity for you to reach out to your friends and family who might be Disney fans, might be The Office fans, might be fans of Lord of the Rings, whatever it may be, and be able to play a trivia game and join in a video conference just like this, play face-to-face. You can have your smartphone up and you could be answering trivia questions and talking together as a team. So when you're registering, there's a question that asks you, what team name would you like to have? That only exists on the separate fundraising website, because when you're signing up on the website that we went through here today, it gives you the opportunity to create your teams. So when you create a team, your team name will get input into the CrowdPer website, and you'll be able to then navigate to this page and type in your name. And for today, I created 2 teams by example. So I have MTD Team 1 and MTD Team 2. For anyone, you can join whichever team you want. And then that's all you do. You simply log on to the website, type in your name, select the team name that you've chosen, and hit go. That'll sign you in, and then you'll see this little waiting room here. And I'll leave that here for a second, obviously, as people are trying to navigate to this website here today on the call if you want to experience the actual trivia game portion of the trivia challenge. If anyone has Facebook Messenger, if anyone has FaceTime on an Apple product, you can use things like Discord, you can use other chat apps, you can use Skype. Zoom sets up free video conference calls for 40-minute sessions or less. These are great ways to be able to set up a free video conference with your friends and your family, play via a video app like this, get some facial interaction, have a chance to see grandparents, parents, friends, anybody that you haven't had a chance to interact with during this challenging time. And that does not have to happen, though. I will say you only really need to go to this website. You can even sign up as an individual. You don't have to have a team. If you don't have a team, the name, your first name and last name will be your team name, or you can simply choose a team name if you would like. And when you sign in, you'll simply choose your team name that you've chosen for yourself, or you'll simply choose your name, first name, last name in the drop-down section there. And now what I'll do is I'll go ahead, think we've had enough time, I'll go ahead and start the trivia challenge here for just a quick, short little 5-question trivia game. And this, you'll see a countdown start, and this is really where you'll be able then to go in and play some trivia. It's very simple, very easy, and it's all self-contained within this app. We'll also have a Facebook Live happening on the day of the event for each night, and we'll be reading out the questions, maybe getting a little bit more insight into the answers of the questions. So this is a little fun question here relating to some Disney, and you can choose your answer. You can see, okay, I've selected my answer. And something to note is the faster you answer the question, looks like we had 6 answers there, all correct. So you can see the faster I answer the question, though, the more points I get. And I didn't set that up correct. I noticed that earlier. I chose the wrong answer when I set it up for that first one. So it didn't give anybody points for the first one, but the next 4 are all set up and ready to go. So I can confirm that it is 10,000 years. So that is correct. But here, what legendary composer has crafted the music for all 9 main saga Star Wars films? Well, that's, I won't say anything, but let you answer on your own. And this will then show you, who selected what. Well, John Williams was the composer for Star Wars. And now we'll see the points populate here. Now we had 5 correct answers. As I said, the faster you answer a question, the more points you get. You can see that then obviously, those points are distributed there, and you can see the team rankings. And this is how the trivia challenge works. We'll go through a series of probably 40 to 60 questions. It'll vary based on the night and That will last roughly 40 minutes long. That way, anyone who's going to be hosting a Zoom call will then be able to finish their Zoom call before the end of the trivia challenge. We do recommend that if you're going to play in the trivia challenge, you join about 10 minutes early. That way you are able to get everything set up, get ready to go. We'll have a countdown clock going on once you sign in. If you would like to join Facebook Live to hear the little bit more insight on questions, we encourage you to do so. You certainly do not have to. We will be giving shout outs to top fundraisers of the week, to top fundraising teams. We'll be giving shout outs to everybody who's helping to support JA during this time frame from the fundraising side of things, and be giving also, as I said, some more insight into some of the more difficult questions that you'll see during this trivia challenge. So we're going through each question here. We just got number 4, and then there'll be one more question in this example here. As you can see, this was a Star Wars based question template that I used, and at the end here you'll see totals, and we have one more question to go through, but that's really the extent of the call here today, showing you really the trivia challenge, the trivia website, how it works, talking about Facebook Live. Certainly that's an option. You can join that. You do not have to. And if you want to set up a video conference call with friends and family to play on a team together, you can do that. You certainly don't have to. And at JA, we're certainly happy to help you do that as well if you have any challenges or would like some help getting that set up. So I'll open that up now to any questions, and you can see we have our player rankings based on winning player rankings, and that is really the trivia challenge. And you can see, when you have teams, which team has the most points. To answer maybe a question about the teams, the way that the scoring for teams works is it takes an average score from each team member. So whether you have a team of 2 or a team of 20, it will take an average score. So it's not the cumulative score of all the team members, it's the average score. So you can have a small team and still compete against a large team. It doesn't matter. And again, you can play on your own if you would like. And having a team of 1, the average score, versus a team of 20, the average score obviously divided by 1 versus divided by 20. So that's how the trivia portion of the challenge will work. We'll be doing the trivia nights on Thursday nights in June, starting on the 11th. There'll be 3 trivia challenge nights, and they'll start at 7 p.m. as I mentioned. And at 6:50, we suggest that everybody tries to get on at that time. Trivia will last about 40 minutes long, and we'll have some fun on Facebook Live with that as well. If there are any questions, feel free to reach out to me via email, reach out to our office via the phone. I encourage anybody to unmute yourself now or type in the chat. I don't see anything right now in the chat, but if anyone has any questions, feel free to open that up right now.
Yep, this is Eric again. So of course, if there's any questions, feel free to see myself as well if that's easier. We can always help you guys get set up on this registration. I know we kind of went through this information pretty quick. As we said, though, this is being recorded. We'll publish that. And the way I try to justify this fundraising process is the $15 donation. For those of you working from home, you've saved more than that in your gas money in the past couple of months. So that's the way I justify it. That's how I'm going to reach out for some fundraising as well. And some of the pain points we've had with the Junior Achievement Bowl-a-thon, especially within the MTD community, is that it's hard to fundraise that. I think we were asking $75,000 or $75 in the past. So I guess within the MTD community, we felt like we had to pay that out of our own pocket. So some of these fundraising tools were generated as a result of some of that feedback. So I encourage you guys to use those as well. It's really easy. It makes it a lot easier to raise funds. And as Josh stated, that the returns are a lot higher than when you're just trying to raise them on your own.
And I would certainly add to the way that I always try to look at it when I'm hosting these fundraisers personally is that whether it's Junior Achievement or any organization that I'm participating in a fundraiser for, is that I look at it as I'm trying to find 10 friends or family to donate $10, or maybe trying to find 7 people to join the trivia challenge with you and make the suggested $15 donation. Doing so is going to help you raise $100 very easily, and $100 will actually fund JA programs for a little over 3 students and make a very lasting impact on the life of those young individuals. Junior Achievement here in North Central Ohio has been around since 1953. And in the 15 county footprint that we have, we've impacted over 1 million students through our programming. And I just want to say thank you again to everybody here on the call today, because it's people like you participating in fundraisers like the Bowl-a-thon, fundraisers like the Virtual Trivia Challenge, or just playing in the Virtual Trivia Challenge that make that possible. One little piece I'll add as part of that too, there are prizes that will be associated with the Trivia Challenge. The top teams each week will get a weekly prize. We'll be announcing those on the Facebook Live, and maybe a little bit in advance during our week of communications. They'll be maybe a little bit different each week. We're trying to be creative with those as we come up to those prize opportunities. And then the overall trivia champion. So if you participate in all 3 trivia challenges, or really even just one, the cumulative score, so each week your team's score will be totaled up and added, and your cumulative score, the team with the most points at the end of all 3 trivia nights, will win an outdoor activity package donated by Giant Eagle. We have some basketball hoops, Yeti cooler, some chairs, a putting mat for a golf course, little like putting green that was donated. So all that totaled actually is a little over $600 in value. So we have that to give away to the winning team as well, as a way to say thank you for participating and to say thank you for fundraising. And there are also grand prize fundraisers associated with anybody who completes their fundraiser by the end of June. Fundraising for the Virtual Trivia Challenge will actually go into the middle of July, but all funds raised on this website by the end of June, there are 10 grand prizes that will be given out to individuals based on how much they raise. So not even really based on how much I raise, that's kind of incorrect to say, but for every $100 that you raise, and really I should say the first $100 that you raise, you'll get 1 entry into the grand prize drawing. And then past that point, every $50 that you raise will give you an additional entry. So, if you raise $150, you'll get 2 entries and be able to be entered twice into that contest for 10 grand prize drawings that include some additional hotel certificates in the Caribbean and some other prizes as well, just to say thank you for the support. And I see something in the chat here. Oh, okay, yep. But yeah, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to reach out. And thank you everybody for joining today. Still, I'll stay on this call for a little bit if anyone has any questions. And thank you again for joining. Have a wonderful day, and excited to have everyone join us for the first ever virtual trivia challenge.
Thank you, Josh.
Thanks, Eric. Have a great day, everybody.
Yep, thank you. Have a good one.